John Cena. John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. /Sin/, born April 23, 1977, is an American professional wrestler, actor, rapper, and TV personality. As a wrestler, he is currently signed to WWE. As a TV personality, he is currently the host of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? On Nickelodeon. Cena was born and raised in West Newbury, Massachusetts. He moved to California in 1998, where he pursued a career as a bodybuilder before transitioning into professional wrestling in 1999 when he debuted for Ultimate Pro Wrestling, UPW. Cena soon signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 2000, and was initially assigned to Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. In WWE, Cena gained industry fame after adopting a persona of a trash-talking rapper, and won his first singles title, the United States Championship, in 2004. The next year, Cena would win the WWE Championship for the first time. Following that, Cena's character transitioned into a Superman-like heroic figure, and subsequently led the company as its franchise player and public face for the next decade. Cena has headlined several major WWE pay-per-view events, closing the company's flagship annual event, Wrestlemania, 5 times. He has also won several championships in his career, being a 5-time United States Champion, a 4-time World Tag Team Champion, and a WWE record 16-time World Champion. He is also a 2-time Royal Rumble match winner, and a Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Although he is considered to be one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time by his peers, Cena was regularly met with mixed critical and fan reception during his career, thus making him one of the most polarizing professional wrestlers ever. Outside of wrestling, Cena has attained success as a musician, actor, and philanthropist. He released the rap album You Can't See Me in 2005, which gained platinum certification in the United States. He has had leading film roles in The Marine, 2006, 12 Rounds, 2009, Trainwreck, 2015, Ferdinand, 2017, Blockers, 2018, and Bumblebee, 2018. He is also known for his involvement in numerous charitable causes, namely the Make-A-Wish Foundation, where he has granted over 600 wishes, the most in company history. Early life. John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. was born on April 23, 1977, in West Newbury, Massachusetts, to Carol, née Lupien, and John Felix Anthony Cena. He is of half Italian descent, and has an older brother, Stephen, and 3 younger brothers, Dan, Matt, and Sean. His maternal grandfather was baseball player Tony Lupien. Raised Catholic, he attended Central Catholic High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts before transferring to Cushing Academy, a private prep boarding school in Ashburnham, Massachusetts. He then attended Springfield College in Springfield, Massachusetts. In college, he was a NCAA Division III All-American center on the college football team and wore the number 54, which is still used on some of his WWE merchandise. Cena graduated from Springfield College in 1998 with a degree in exercise physiology and body movement, after which he pursued a career in bodybuilding and worked as a limousine driver. Professional wrestling career. Ultimate Pro Wrestling, 1999-2001. Cena started training to become a professional wrestler in 1999 at Ultimate Pro Wrestling's, UPW, California-based Ultimate University operated by Rick Bassman. Once he was placed into an in-ring role, Cena began using a semi-robotic character known as the Prototype. Some of this period of his career was documented in the Discovery Channel program Inside Pro Wrestling School. He held the UPW Heavyweight Championship for 27 days in April 2000. Cena wrestled for the UPW until March 2001. WWE. Ruthless Aggression, 2000-2002. On October 10, 2000, while billed as the Prototype, Cena made his unofficial debut for the then World Wrestling Federation, WWF, on a SmackDown taping in a dark match against Mikey Richardson, which he lost. He received another tryout on January 9, 2001, at a SmackDown taping in Oakland, California, this time defeating Aaron Aguilera. Cena wrestled again in a dark match at a SmackDown taping on March 13. In 2001, Cena signed a developmental contract with the WWF and was assigned to its developmental territory Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. During his time there, Cena wrestled under the ring name The Prototype and held the OVW Heavyweight Championship for 3 months and the OVW Southern Tag Team Championship, with Rico Constantino, for 2 months. Throughout 2001, Cena would receive 4 tryouts for the WWF main roster, as he wrestled multiple enhancement talent wrestlers on both WWF house shows and in dark matches before WWF television events. Through the early months of 2002, Cena constantly found himself competing on house shows for the WWF, where he wrestled against the likes of Shelton Benjamin and Tommy Dreamer. After his main roster call-up in June 2002, Cena would continue to appear on OVW programming until the September 25 taping of OVW, where he lost to Kenny Brolin in a loser leaves OVW match. Cena would appear in a one-off appearance for the developmental farm in November under the ring name Mr. P in a 6-man tag team match, where he teamed with future WWE Hall of Famer Big Boss Man and Charlie Haas in a winning effort against Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch, and Sean O'Haire. On the June 24 episode of Raw, Mr. McMahon ordered the entire roster to the ring and declared that he needed them to all find some ruthless aggression from within themselves and that he was looking for one of them to stand out from the rest of the pack. Cena made his WWE television debut on the June 27, 2002, episode of SmackDown by answering an open challenge by Kurt Angle. After declaring that he possessed ruthless aggression, Cena lost by a pinning combination. After the match, Cena was congratulated by Billy Kidman, Farouk, Ricochet, and The Undertaker. Following the near win, Cena became a fan favorite and started feuding with Chris Jericho, defeating Jericho at Vengeance. Then, Cena feuded with Los Guerreros, Chavo and Eddie Guerrero, and Cena picked up a victory over Chavo Guerrero on the September 3, 2002, taping of Velocity. On the September 12 episode of SmackDown, Cena teamed with Edge in a losing effort against Los Guerreros, thus ending the feud in the process. Cena went on to defeat the likes of Albert and Devon Dudley as he was restricted to appearances on Velocity for the rest of September. In October 2002, Cena and Billy Kidman took part in a tag team tournament to crown the first WWE Tag Team Champions of the SmackDown brand, losing in the first round. The next week on SmackDown, Cena turned on and attacked Kidman, blaming him for their loss, becoming a villain for the first and only time in his career. On the October 17 episode of SmackDown, Cena defeated Kidman in a singles contest, but was defeated by Kidman in a rematch on the October 24 episode of SmackDown. The Doctor of Thugonomics, 2002-2005. Shortly after the Kidman attack on a Halloween-themed episode of SmackDown, Cena dressed as Vanilla Ice performing a freestyle rap. The following week on SmackDown, Cena received a new character, a rapper who cut promos while rhyming. He shortly after took on the nickname the Doctor of Thugonomics and expanded his gimmick to include him rapping before his matches. This is also when he started wearing hats and sports jerseys as a part of his ring gear. As the character evolved, Cena began adopting a variant of the 1980s WWF logo, dropping the F as his signature symbol, along with the slogan "Word Life." At Rebellion, Cena would team with Dawn Marie in a losing effort against Kidman and Tori Wilson in a mixed tag team match. Eventually, Cena was joined by an enforcer, Bull Buchanan, who was rechristened B2, also written B superscript 2 and pronounced B squared. B2 helped Cena kick off 2003 in victorious fashion with a win over Ricochet on the January 2 episode of SmackDown and a win over Chavo Guerrero on the January 9 episode of SmackDown. Both Cena and B2 participated in the 2003 Royal Rumble match, but were unsuccessful. Cena and B2 failed to capture the WWE Tag Team Championship from Los Guerreros, resulting in Cena replacing B2 with Red Dog until he was sent to the Raw brand in February 2003. For the first half of 2003, Cena sought the WWE Championship and chased the reigning champion Brock Lesnar after WrestleMania 19, gaining upset wins over Eddie Guerrero, The Undertaker, and Chris Benoit, who mocked him by wearing a Toothless Aggression shirt. Cena won a No. 1 Contenders tournament for the right to face off against Lesnar for the WWE Championship at Backlash, but he failed to win the title at the event. After Backlash, Cena entered into a feud with Rhino and Chris Benoit, which led to Cena, along with Chuck Palumbo and Johnny Stamboli, defeating the team of Spanky, Rhino, and Benoit at Judgment Day. Shortly thereafter, Cena began mocking The Undertaker before and after his matches, leading to a match between the two at Vengeance, where he lost a singles match against The Undertaker. In a rematch between the two, Cena would once again defeat The Undertaker on the August 5th episode of SmackDown, this time with assistance from A-Train. The feud between the two came to an end on the August 19th episode of SmackDown, when Cena and A-Train defeated Undertaker and Orlando Jordan in a tag team match. Cena then pursued the United States Championship, but lost to then-champion Eddie Guerrero in a Latino street fight for the title. After losing to Kurt Angle at No Mercy, Cena became a fan favorite, of which he's remained since, when he joined Angle as a member of his team at Survivor Series, where Cena and Chris Benoit were the survivors. Despite feuding, Cena and Benoit would later join forces as a makeshift tag team, and on the November 27th episode of SmackDown both won a 20-man battle royal to earn a WWE Championship match win. After being the last two men remaining, they would eliminate each other at the same time and were both declared joint winners of the match. However, Benoit defeated Cena the following week on SmackDown to earn a WWE Championship match against Lesnar that same night. In early 2004, Cena participated in the Royal Rumble match at the Royal Rumble, making it to the final 6 before being eliminated by Big Show. Chris Benoit was the eventual winner of the match. The Royal Rumble elimination led to a feud with Big Show. At No Way Out, Cena faced Big Show and Kurt Angle in a triple threat match for a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania XX, which Cena lost by submission to Angle. Cena won his first singles championship in WWE, the United States Championship from Big Show at WrestleMania XX. He held the title for 4 months with successful defenses against the likes of Rene Dupree, Rob Van Dam and Booker T, until he was stripped of the title on the July 8th episode of SmackDown by Angle after he accidentally knocked him over, thus attacking an official. Cena won the championship back, defeating Booker T in a best-of-5 series that culminated at No Mercy, only to drop it to the debuting Carlito Caribbean Cool the following week on SmackDown. After the loss to Carlito, the duo began a feud, which resulted in Cena allegedly being stabbed in the kidney while at a Boston area nightclub by Carlito's bodyguard, Jesus. This worked injury was used to keep Cena out of action for a month while Cena was filming The Marine. Immediately on his return in November, Cena won the United States Championship back from Carlito. Cena later successfully defended the championship against Jesus at Armageddon in a street fight match. Cena took part in the 2005 Royal Rumble match, making it to the final 2 along with Batista until both went over the top rope at the same time, ostensibly ending the match, which was restarted and won by Batista. The next month, Cena then participated in a No. 1 Contenders tournament for the WWE Championship and made to the finals at No Way Out, where he defeated Kurt Angle to earn a spot in the SmackDown brand's WrestleMania 21 main event match, beginning a feud with then WWE Champion John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, and his cabinet in the process. In the early stages of the feud, Cena lost the United States Championship to cabinet member Orlando Jordan after JBL interfered and hit Cena with his title belt. WWE Champion, 2005-2007. Cena defeated JBL at WrestleMania to win the WWE Championship, giving Cena his first World Championship. Cena then had a spinner WWE Championship belt made, while JBL took the original title belt and claimed to still be WWE Champion, until Cena reclaimed the original championship belt in an I Quit match at Judgment Day. Cena was drafted to the Raw brand on June 6, 2005, taking his title with him and became the first wrestler selected in the annual draft lottery. Cena immediately entered a feud with Eric Bischoff, after refusing to participate in the war against the Extreme Championship Wrestling (ECW) roster at One Night Stand. At Vengeance, Cena made his first successful title defense since coming to Raw, defeating Christian and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. With Bischoff vowing to make Cena's stint on Raw difficult, he handpicked Jericho to take Cena's championship from him. During their feud, even though Cena was portrayed as the face, hero, and Jericho as the heel, villain, a vocal section of live crowds, nonetheless, were cheering Jericho during their matches. Crowds started to heavily boo Cena during his next feud with Kurt Angle, who took over as Bischoff's hand-picked #1 contender after Cena defeated Jericho in a "You're Fired" match on the August 22 Raw. Cena held on to the WWE Championship through his feud with Angle, losing to him by disqualification at Unforgiven, pinning Shawn Michaels in a triple threat match involving Angle at Taboo Tuesday, and pinning Angle at Survivor Series. The feud with Angle also saw Cena add a secondary, submission-based, finishing maneuver, the STF, a step-over toe-hold sleeper, though named for a step-over toe-hold face lock, when he was put into a triple threat submissions-only match on the November 28 episode of Raw. At New Year's Revolution, Cena participated in the main event Elimination Chamber match where he retained the WWE Championship when he last eliminated Carlito. Immediately after a bloodied Cena won, Edge made his way to the ring to cash in his Money in the Bank contract, a guaranteed title match against the WWE Champion at a time and place of the owner's choosing. 2 quick spears allowed Edge to pin Cena and win the championship. 3 weeks later, Cena won the championship back at the Royal Rumble. After that, Cena began feuding with Triple H, in which the crowd again started booing Cena and cheering the intended villain, Triple H, after being mostly cheered the last few months. Cena beat Triple H at WrestleMania 22 to retain the WWE Championship. The negative reaction towards Cena intensified when facing Rob Van Dam at One Night Stand, taking place in front of a boisterous crowd of mostly original ECW fans at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Cena was met with raucous cheering and chants of "Fuck you, Cena, you can't wrestle," and "same old shit." When he began performing different moves into the match, the fans began chanting "You still suck." Cena lost the WWE Championship to Van Dam at One Night Stand after interference from Edge. In July, Edge won the championship from Van Dam in a triple threat match that also involved Cena, reigniting the feud between him and Cena from earlier in the year. After Edge went about retaining the title by dubious means, getting himself disqualified, for which championships do not change hands, and using brass knuckles, he introduced his own version of Cena's custom title belt, this one with his logo placed on the spinner. Cena eventually won the championship back in a match and arena of Edge's choice, a tables, ladders, and chairs match at Unforgiven at the Air Canada Centre in Edge's hometown of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, after performing the foo on Edge through 2 tables off a ladder. The match had a stipulation that, had Cena lost, he would have left the Raw brand for SmackDown. Cena returned his version of the spinner title belt on the next night's Raw. On the heels of his feud with Edge, Cena was placed in an interbrand angle to determine the champion of champions, or which was the most dominant champion in WWE's 3 brands. Cena, the World Heavyweight Champion King Booker, and the ECW World Champion Big Show engaged in a mini-feud leading to a triple threat match at Cyber Sunday, with the viewers voting on which of the 3 championships would be placed on the line. At the same time, Cena became involved in a storyline with non-wrestler Kevin Federline, when he began appearing on Raw with Johnny Nitro and Melina. After getting into a worked physical altercation with Federline on Raw, Federline appeared at Cyber Sunday to hit Cena with the World Heavyweight Championship during the match, helping King Booker retain his championship. 2006 ended with Cena beginning a feud with the undefeated Omega over the WWE Championship, while 2007 began with the end of his storyline with Kevin Federline. On the first Raw of the new year, Cena was pinned by Federline with an assist from Omega, although later in the night he was able to get his hands on Federline performing in Fu on him. At the pay-per-view event, New Year's Revolution, Cena defeated Omega to end his undefeated streak and retain the WWE Championship. At the Royal Rumble, Cena defeated Omega in a last-man-standing match to retain the title after Omega was unable to get to his feet before the referee's 10 count. One night after the Royal Rumble, an impromptu team of Cena and Shawn Michaels defeated Rated RKO, Edge and Randy Orton, for the World Tag Team Championship, making Cena a double champion. At WrestleMania 23, Cena defeated Michaels to retain the WWE Championship after forcing him to submit to the STF. The next night on Raw, Michaels turned on Cena, costing them the championship in the second of two 10-team battles royals, by throwing Cena over the top rope and eliminating the team. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, eventually won the match and the championship. For the rest of the month, Cena feuded with Michaels, Orton, and Edge until the Great Khali declared his intentions to challenge for Cena's championship, attacking and laying out all three of the top contenders before assaulting Cena himself and stealing the physical title belt. For the next 2 months, Cena feuded with Khali over the championship, eventually becoming the first person in WWE to defeat him by submission at Judgment Day and then by pinfall at One Night Stand. Later that summer, Randy Orton was named the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, starting a feud between the two. Leading up to SummerSlam, Orton delivered a number of sneak attacks, performing 3 RKOs to Cena, who in the actual match retained the championship. A rematch between the two occurred at Unforgiven, with Orton winning by disqualification after Cena ignored the referee's instructions and continued to beat on him in the corner. During a match with Mr. Kennedy on the October 1, 2007, episode of Raw, Cena suffered a legitimate torn pectoral muscle while executing a hip toss. Though finishing the match and taking part in the scripted attack by Orton after the match, surgery the following day found that his pectoralis major muscle was torn completely from the bone, estimating at the time to require 7 months to a year of rehabilitation. As a result, Cena was stripped of the title by Mr. McMahon on the next night's episode of ECW, ending what was the longest WWE Championship reign in over 19 years. Cena's surgery was performed by orthopedic surgeon James Andrews at St. Vincent's Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. 2 weeks later, in a video update on WWE.com, Dr. Andrews and Cena's physical trainer both said that he was several weeks ahead of where he was expected to be in his rehabilitation at that time. Despite his injury, Cena attended the annual WWE's Tribute to the Troops show filmed at Camp Speicher in Tikrit, Iraq on December 7, and aired on December 24. World Heavyweight Champion, 2008-2010. Cena made a surprise return as the final participant of the Royal Rumble match, winning the match, and the traditional WrestleMania title shot, by last eliminating Triple H. Instead of waiting until WrestleMania, the title shot was cashed in against then WWE Champion Randy Orton at February's No Way Out pay-per-view in a match where Cena won by disqualification, resulting in him not getting the championship. The following night on Raw, Cena was placed back into WrestleMania XXIV's WWE Championship match by defeating Orton in a non-title match with Triple H as special guest referee, making it a triple threat match between the three men, during which he was pinned by Orton. At Backlash, Cena failed to regain the title in a fatal 4-way elimination match, in which he was eliminated by Orton. During that match, Cena eliminated JBL, renewing their feud from 2005. Cena defeated JBL at Judgment Day and then at One Night Stand in a First Blood match. However, JBL defeated him in a New York City parking lot brawl at the Great American Bash in July to end the feud. Cena also failed to regain the WWE Championship from Triple H at Night of Champions. On the August 4 episode of Raw, Cena became a World Tag Team Champion for a second time, teaming with Batista to defeat Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, but failed to retain the championship the following week against the former champions. Cena lost to Batista at SummerSlam. Shortly after, Cena was named one of 4 contenders for CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship in the Championship Scramble match at Unforgiven, but he was replaced by Rey Mysterio after suffering a herniated disc in his neck, which required surgery. Cena underwent successful surgery to repair the injury. Cena made his in-ring return at the November's Survivor Series pay-per-view event, defeating Chris Jericho to win his first World Heavyweight Championship. The two continued their rivalry up to Armageddon, where Cena retained his championship. After defeating JBL at the Royal Rumble, Cena lost the championship at No Way Out to Edge, who attacked Kofi Kingston and took his place in the Elimination Chamber match. Cena received his rematch for the title at WrestleMania XXV in a triple threat match also involving Big Show, which Cena won. Cena lost the championship back to Edge in a last man standing match at Backlash after interference from Big Show, who chokeslammed Cena through a big spotlight. This resulted in Cena beginning a feud with Big Show in which Cena defeated Big Show at Judgment Day and at Extreme Rules in a submission match by applying the STFU. During Cena's feud with Big Show, The Miz challenged him to a match on the April 27th episode of Raw, but as Cena was out due to injury, Miz claimed an unofficial win via forfeit and continued to do this over the following weeks, until Cena defeated him in a singles match at the Bash. At Night of Champions in July, Cena challenged for the WWE Championship in a triple threat match against Triple H and defending champion Randy Orton, a rematch from WrestleMania XXIV, but was pinned by Orton after interference from Orton's protégés Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. The next night on Raw, Cena won a Beat the Clock challenge to earn another shot at the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, where Orton would use several underhanded tactics to retain his title. A month later at Breaking Point, Cena defeated Orton in an I Quit match to win his 4th WWE Championship, but lost the title back to Orton in a Hell in a Cell match at the eponymous event. 3 weeks later at Bragging Rights, Cena defeated Orton in a 60-minute Iron Man match to regain the championship. Cena successfully defended the title against both Triple H and Shawn Michaels in a triple threat match at Survivor Series, but lost it to Sheamus at TLC, Tables, Ladders and Chairs in a tables match. The next night, Cena competed in a tournament to crown the 2009 Superstar of the Year, defeating CM Punk in the first round and Orton in the finals later that night to win the honor. He would get his rematch for the WWE Championship against Sheamus on the final Raw of 2009, where he won by disqualification, but did not win the championship. At the Royal Rumble, Cena competed in the eponymous match and made it to the final 2, where he was eliminated by the returning Edge. While Cena regained the title at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in an Elimination Chamber match, his reign was cut short after Mr. McMahon immediately made him defend the title against Batista, who won the title. Cena defeated Batista at WrestleMania XXV for the title and successfully defended it at Extreme Rules, in a last man standing rematch. Cena faced Batista one more time, winning an I Quit match at Over the Limit, thus ending their long-time feud. Storyline with the Nexus, 2010-2011. On the June 7th episode of Raw, Cena was suddenly thrust into a new storyline when during his main event match against CM Punk, he was attacked by all 8 former contestants of the first season of NXT, with Wade Barrett as their leader. This group later referred to itself as the Nexus. The stable's interferences made him lost the WWE title at Fatal 4-Way against Sheamus and the rematch at Money in the Bank. In retaliation to the Nexus, Cena formed an alliance with Edge, Chris Jericho, John Morrison, R-Truth, The Great Khali and Bret Hart. They defeated the Nexus at SummerSlam with help from the returning Daniel Bryan, a former member of Nexus, who replaced Khali. Then, Cena faced Wade Barrett at Hell in a Cell with the stipulations that if he were to lose, he would join the Nexus and. After Barrett defeated Cena, he joined the Nexus. Cena and fellow Nexus member David Otunga defeated Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre to win the WWE Tag Team Championship at Bragging Rights. Later that night, he was forced to help Barrett defeat Orton in a WWE Championship match, giving Barrett the disqualification win, but not the title. The following night on Raw, Cena and Otunga lost the WWE Tag Team Championship to fellow Nexus members Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, when Barrett ordered Otunga to lay down and lose the title. At Survivor Series, Cena officiated a match for the WWE Championship between Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. Per stipulation, if Barrett didn't win the championship, Cena would be fired from the WWE. Orton defeated Barrett to retain the title, thus terminating Cena's WWE contract, kayfabe. The following night on Raw, Cena gave a farewell speech, before costing Wade Barrett the WWE Championship by interfering in his rematch with Randy Orton. A week later, Cena invaded Raw, first as a spectator, but then attacked members of Nexus, explaining that he would still take down Nexus one by one, despite not having a job in the WWE anymore. On the December 13th episode of Raw, Cena was rehired by Barrett in exchange that he would face him on December 19th at TLC, Tables, Ladders and Chairs in a chairs match, which Cena won. On the December 27th episode of Raw, the Nexus, minus Barrett, announced they were under new management and offered to bury the hatchet with Cena, to which he refused. The Nexus attacked Cena, leaving a Nexus armband in the ring during the process. As the group retreated, CM Punk, who had attacked Cena with a steel chair twice the week before, came to the ring to apparently attack Cena, but instead put on the armband left behind to symbolically announce his allegiance with the Nexus, becoming leader the following week by manipulating Barrett's banishment from the group. On the January 17, 2011 episode of Raw, Cena returned and faced Punk in a match, which ended in a no contest after Cena was attacked by the debuting Mason Ryan, who later joined the Nexus. Cena competed in the 2011 Royal Rumble match at the pay-per-view, which saw Cena eliminate most of the Nexus members, ending his feud with the stable. Feud with The Rock, 2011-2013. During the same match at the Royal Rumble, Cena made it to the final five before being eliminated by then WWE Champion The Miz, who was not part of the match. Cena won the Elimination Chamber match at the titular pay-per-view to face Miz at WrestleMania XXVII for the WWE Championship. On the February 21 episode of Raw, Cena replied in rap form to comments made by The Rock the previous week, as The Rock returned as the announced guest host of WrestleMania. That night, Cena was placed into a WWE Tag Team Championship match, with him teaming with The Miz, where they defeated Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater to become WWE Tag Team Champions. However, their rematch clause was immediately invoked and they won the title back after The Miz attacked Cena. After weeks of insults, Cena and Rock finally met, where, after a verbal confrontation, and brief attack by The Miz and Alex Riley, Cena attacked The Rock with the Attitude Adjustment. At WrestleMania XXVII, Cena and Miz fought to a double count-out, but The Rock restarted the match and performed a rock bottom on Cena, allowing The Miz to retain the title. The next night on Raw, Cena, in response to The Rock screwing him out of the title, agreed to face him in the main event of WrestleMania XXVII, making it the first match to be set up for WrestleMania 1 year in advance. At Extreme Rules, Cena defeated The Miz and John Morrison to become WWE Champion. Cena went on to successfully defend the title against The Miz at Over the Limit in an I Quit match and R-Truth at Capitol.